Senior Trump advisor Elon Musk has been paying the price for trying to help our nation. The liberal media mocked him after SpaceX's latest rocket launch failed. Watch.
It is the second consecutive Starship test flight from Elon Musk's company to end with destruction.
All I could think about was, I can't sing.
No, please don't. His response to all of this was rockets are hard. And Mr. Musk, if they're so hard, why don't you go back to your day job?
Moreover, anti-Musk protesters are targeting Tesla dealerships and staging boycotts. And now his stock is taking a hit. MSNBC's Joe Scarborough took a swipe at that. Watch.
I mean, Tesla has been overvalued, analysts believe, for years. It's sort of a meme stock. People are investing in sort of the genius of Elon Musk. That's obviously been shattered over the past couple months.
Yeah, speaking of overvalued. Now, Musk told Fox Business's Larry Kudlow that he's just looking out for America.
Yeah, I mean, really, I just don't want America to go bankrupt.
So it's a call to action. You're hearing a call to action.
Yeah.
You giving up your other stuff? I mean, how are you running your other businesses?
With great difficulty. Yeah, I mean.
But there's no turning back, you're saying?
I'm just here trying to make government more efficient, eliminate waste and fraud.
And President Trump is coming to his defense, posting this, quote, "I'm going to buy a brand new Tesla tomorrow morning as a show of confidence and support for Elon Musk, a truly great American. Why should he be punished for putting his tremendous skills to work in order to help make America great again?" And that's the question right there, Paul. Why should he be punished for it? Why shouldn't everyone be grateful?
Well, the left couldn't wait for this talking point, right? I think Joe Scarborough has a little rocket envy. So, listen, think about what's really going on here. Let's go back 10 years ago or so, right? You remember when Elon Musk was the person who was going to lead us into a carbonless future? Do you remember when the Barack Obama administration lent them almost $500 million, which, by the way, Elon Musk paid back early? We have Teslas, thanks to the Obama administration, folks. These are all Barackmobiles that are flying around right now, all right? And all of you have conveniently forgotten that. And the reason is because he's showing up to be a cop. He's showing up to say, okay, look, we can't keep printing money this way. I'm a businessman. By the way, I am somebody who paid the government back. I know how this works. And nobody likes sometimes when the cops show up and say, no, you can't do that. But that's really what's happening. He's coming in to be the adult in the room. We can't keep running the printing presses. And that's just the bottom line.
And Ainsley, I'm still shocked, frankly, by that point of view being espoused on these television stations, cheering for failure, cheering for potential loss of life or harm to others, cheering Molotov cocktails to car dealerships, and the failure of a genius that is emboldened by trial and error so that his accomplishments can benefit all Americans.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to go and rescue those astronauts. If that is successful, can you imagine? They'll still hate him. He wants to reduce waste and fraud. He wants to save American tax dollars, but they still hate him. He's helping the blind to see, he says, and they still hate him. And then he's making people that have spinal cord injuries walk again, and they hate him. It's evil. It's mean. Laughing because the rocket blew up. I mean, why? I hope that we would never do that, even if we disagree with his politics. They only hate him because they hate Trump. And that's the only reason. But now he has assassination attempts. He has dealerships vandalized, charging stations set on fire. Yeah. Where's the common sense, people? He's saving hundreds of billions of dollars in taxpayer money.
It's indefensible.
Yeah, you know, the fact that our politics has become tribal. I mean, that's what you're describing.
They don't want those astronauts to come back, do they? They want him to fail.
Well, they want the country to fail.
Yeah.
Because they aren't in control. And the country was failing when they were in control. So they had both at one point. So you can only imagine how much they want it to fail, and they're out of power. You know, I do think it's worth mentioning, as we are now on the precipice of maybe Democrats willing to fall on a sword and say, you know what, let's just shut it all down. Let's not give them any more power. I can't believe they're willing at this point to let us fail in that way and not pass a continuing resolution for the budget and get us to the point where we can increase, you know, taxes by not letting them sunset. All of that is coming down the pike by Friday, potentially, as they stand in the way. And why do I bring this up now? Because that would be the epic failure that they could take, credit for and say, we stood in the way of Republicans. They don't care about real Americans, because if they did, they would have heard the calls about Bidenomics not working from the people who said, we don't want to talk about this woke stuff anymore. They are on their own train. And I predict they'll run out of tracks unless they figure out what to do.
Which is sort of my question to you, Kaylee, and it's one of perspective. You've worked so closely with this administration the first year, and you have such good insight into it. My question is, for the mob mentality, is it simply that once they get a new beast, they'll leave Elon alone?
Yes.
Or at what point, to Ainsley's point, will he do so much good that they will indeed release this hatred for him? What will change?
They'll never leave Elon Musk alone. I had been in the administration about 2 months. And I remember distinctly the day when Elon Musk sent a tweet in May of 2020, and it was a tweet about being red-pilled. And I remembered at some point in the administration flagging for President Trump, this Elon Musk guy says he's being red-pilled. I mean, that's really interesting. He's the richest man in the world, or he was close to it at the time. And the red pill tweet, I thought was an indication I might be moving to the Republican Party. I think it was a reference to the Matrix. The red pill means you're taking the pill of truth. The blue pill means you're living in ignorance. Elon Musk chose to take the red pill and live in truth. And what that meant is exactly what he's doing. Realizing we are a bankrupt country with $37 trillion, we're leaving our kids, the height of irresponsibility. And what is he doing? He said in the cabinet meeting, I'm not trying to be capricious here or arbitrary. I am trying to do what's best for this country. And I think Trump deeply resonates with him. Trump said he's putting it all on the line. Trump said this is something that's really not good for him. President Trump chose to do something for our country. He could be on a yacht somewhere, floating around with Melania.
So true.
He put it all on the line as a billionaire. Elon Musk put it all on the line. And it's not self-serving. They're doing it for the good of the country. So let's give them a break here as they try to save the future so that Nash, Blake, Hayden, all of our kids don't have to pay for our irresponsible credit card.
That's right. And you know what you call that? That's being in the arena. All of these people in the stands are simply watching.